All right, listen. I was just at the beach today, man, and I was sitting on the beach, and it was full of a whole bunch of seashells, little ground up ones. It wasn't like regular sand. I got some pictures I'll show you, and I just had the urge to, I don't know, kind of build a castle. And so I was out there messing with it and everything. I was moving the dirt around in my hands, and I realized something that the different shapes, the different colors, the different sizes, the different ages, all of that doesn't matter. Like anyone with a certain amount of finesse, ability, willpower can mold you in anything you want. Us as human beings, we're quite pliable. Some of us pride ourselves on being liquid and pliable to the next situation and flow into the next. Life's different, many stops and goes. What y'all got to realize, man, this isn't about race. Nothing ever was. It was about control. And like they just told you that scientific, and I hate to even say it because I can't quote the people. I haven't really to myself, but it's something I've always known or felt, that we are basically vibrations of radiation, which is like light. And anybody been in the joint long enough, if you're trafficking the tattoo gun across the compound, cigarettes, dope, whatever, doing anything bad, got your strap on you or something, like, to keep telling yourself positive things or anything but think the thoughts of what you have on you, right? And you want to do your regular thoughts, everything's okay vibes. And what you're doing is you're actually projecting. Your vibration is actually changing, man. And you're projecting to where cracker don't stop me, as you're walking across the compound. And this shit actually really does work. I've tried it a million times with a million people, a million different ways, just because I observed it. I'm a pretty watchful person. But what I see going on right now, man, is they're molding us into a bad way. Anything in life, man, is to strike balance. Obviously that's what we've been told that, but like finding a way to make that work in your life. The bare bones, or A to B, or the starting period, or I mean, there's a million different ways because we're all unique in a sense. Our actions have been molded to where they're not unique. They're zapping our creativity from us. One of the thoughts I've had in a long time is we shouldn't have no more than 5 years of schooling. And then we should go into like a trade school, picked by the kid and some people working, with the kid and in conjunction with the parents while they're young and still have these awesome aspirations, and they're not timid and restricted their actual dreams of what they want to be. Because if you ask a kid, man, at a young age, they'll tell you what they want. They'll tell you exactly what they want. Society, life, age, all these things alter, damage, diminish that. And I was building that sandcastle today. I seen that all these different colors. It doesn't matter my intent to shape them. Like, it was relevant to what's going on now, and the awesomeness and beauty of people is that we are really resilient. And, our ability to switch and take so many different forms. I can see why God said that, we were made in his image, because to me, God is in everything. I think it was like Bruce Lee or something say about be like water. And then I seen the course of thing going around TikTok and everything where the guy was like, what if God was water? And yeah, that made so much fucking sense to me. Down to the vibrations. And then when you hear the fact that when you actually pay attention to water, visually pay your conscience to it, excuse me, I just farted, mushrooms. But when you pay attention to it, it reacts. It sees your gaze. It feels you focusing your intent on it, and it alters it. And we alter. Somebody asked me a while back if I could change the world. Yes. And we all do it on a day-to-day basis, and we do not realize it. We have that power. But power perceived is power achieved. And they've been diminishing that in us. Because what do you do when you have a whole shitload of Gokons, motherfucking Gokus, and everybody's Super Saiyan the fuck up? Like, then there's no need for anybody to watch each other. We self-police. I heard somebody say something that had me laughing so bad that said, oh, well, like prisons police themselves? Like, what do you think 35 dudes, fat, overweight, I mean, most of them are picked on, so every bully in the chain gang sees them from a mile away and knows how to manipulate them. And we know how to play the victim too. We know how to get our ass whooped to win a war. Anybody spend enough time shows that, but it's not what I'm trying to convey here. What I'm trying to convey is like we self-police ourselves all the time. All right, y'all just react when we're forced to enforce that justice, and we would do it out here on the street if there wasn't a threat of violence. Even with the threat of violence, a man ain't gonna let nothing happen to his kids. A man ain't gonna let nothing happen to his neighbor's kids. Hell, I see a kid in danger somewhere around here, I'm gonna say something. If it's something that I can fix, a mechanical issue, something I can weld or something, I can do a little bit of everything. I'll do it. I take my time out to do it. I think everybody in their most part probably would if they had the abilities I do, maybe extra time. But there's a time when that sand on the beach that I'm molding to this, when it's left out into the sun and that liquid that caused it to form together dries up. Now that means you can't be formed no more, right? But that liquid's what made you unique. You get what I'm saying? That's what made everything gel and stick together and work and form to make these beautiful things. So like I'm a proponent to tear down the system. Like for real, it's fucked up, it's flawed. No man in the world should ever be locked up for a decade, even longer. Like that is fucking pure insanity. I know people ain't gonna say it, but I'm telling you, as a man who went through it, it'd have been better to put a bullet in my head. And I didn't even do nothing that fucking bad. Beat a junkie with a pistol that was running around me. But here again, I deal with my back karma every day. This whole thing with me videotaping shit is a way for me to work through it. I don't know, just thoughts, man. Don't let them take that liquid from y'all. That's the cohesion on how we flow, form, and stick together, and how we maintain a sense of beauty. It's also our creativity. But also know that they're using that to mold you into what you're not. And that's something we can't change. Kind of like the reaction. Can't judge. I can't control or make anybody not, which we can, through proactiveness. But like then you get in the gray area. All these bad things live in the gray areas. This is where. Not saying that the gray areas are bad, man, but this is where these things start. That's their base from. They, attack good society from them gray areas. And now that we live in, all the lines are blurred. It's all gray. Now they want to change a woman. The meaning of a woman. You see, they're not trying that shit with men, ladies. You know why? Because I'm sorry, I have plenty of gay friends. I don't, care. It doesn't really bother me who you have sex with and behind your doors. I don't give a fuck. Who cares what I do behind closed doors? I mean, that's got nothing to do with the relevancy in the fucking conversation. It's just used to distract. But like, there is no extra sexes, man. There's two, boy or girl, man. I mean, it's just as good as that. I think I'm a 16-foot tall black guy with a 16-inch penis and a little white short guy's body. Alright, so I mean, fuck, unless you want me to go on around with a fucking microphone slapping people in the face with it, I mean, maybe we should just calm the fuck down. So like, it won't work with men because no matter if it's plastic, attached, made, formed, you ain't a man. I mean, and them are my thoughts. I wouldn't press that on anybody, man. If y'all want to go mutilate your body, do whatever. But like, if you feel, in my own sense here, if you feel like you have guy tendencies, that's because society's labeling you as that. Hell, if you're a girl and you like girls, man, that's a beautiful thing. If you're a guy likes guys, that's a beautiful thing, man. Do you? Like, the fact that you can go out your comfort zone or what society's comfort zone, I mean, that's cool. Hell, in my thoughts, that probably might have what kind of pushed you that way. But hey, look, I'm not trying to get no one's life. The point of the matter is, you're never going to be a woman if you ain't born one. If you ain't be a man, you weren't born one. These people are blurring the lines. There is no line between morality. There is no line All we know is some shit go down and they come put us in prison. Our legal system is based on Latin. Like, was that shit even in the Constitution? Like, where the fuck the Latin came from? Is there any Latin people here? Like, we descended from motherfucking Italians, to Rome? I mean, like, what the fuck? I'm pretty sure that our forefathers were fighting against that same fucking law. When we overthrew it and declared our independence. Now, I could be wrong. Hey, maybe it's a good framework. But here again, just like lowering yourself to a lower level to argue with an idiot, you'll always lose. They'll bring you down to their level and beat you with experience. So we gave the tenet of our law and justice system to the enemy. And make no mistake, man, anybody that's not family is an enemy. It's a good sense of grounding. I think I said something like one of SEALs or the Special Forces, and these will be the guys coming after the common people. So every time you meet somebody, make sure you have at least 7 ways to kill them. Sounds bad, right? But the fact that if it was taught everywhere, just like if everybody was mandatory to have a gun out there, how many of them gun violence you think would have happened? Before mom with the 22, or dad with the 44, or the little short guy with the huge pistol because he's, overcompensating or something. Like, how much you think that shit would have really happened? Good people stop from acting out because of the repercussions. And then the people that are really doing the bad things, look at them. Like, I've been a criminal. Most of my life considered that. I lived by my own codes, but I was never meant to say I was right or justified and none of that. But I see how they're just like perverting the shit. You can't even, I've got to jail so many times as a kid, you can't even get a kid to go to jail. My stepmom just got up the surgery and the kid hit her. And like, it's crazy. Hell, I took a $5 watch from Walmart, nigga. They arrest my ass. I'm in DDC for 2 weeks fighting for cookies and milk. Getting beat up on fucking Martin Luther King Day because I'm the only cracker in now. Yeah, but I got white privilege, right? All right, to get your ass whooped. It's a whole nother subject, man. All these things that they say, man, these labels and all that shit. Hey, man, there's good people, there's bad people. Some people up, some people was given, some people work hard. The beauty of what America was supposed to be was you come off nothing. Which I don't realize, man, is the struggle is what makes you so unique. When you get to that it's what make them have mental problems. Your body makes a struggle. You ain't got one in your regular life. You're just so comfortable because y'all went to school and got all this fucking wealth and all this shit and all this debt also, whatever, debt to wealth ratio, whatever the fuck you want. All right. Whatever that may be, either which way, you're living nice to where you really don't have to worry too much. Everything's kind of on coast. You go and keep practicing the same stuff you learned in the original, and there's no different. You stagnate, man. You stagnate. They just told you you got a 6-foot sphere around your body. And this is coinciding with the fact they want you to stay 6 foot away from each other. But yet that's how, like, we stay grounded with each other. I like how the fact how you got rubber to stop you from grounding yourself. Y'all don't know about electricity, man. I'm an electrician. Like, you really could legit probably do something like silicone, or, I mean, there's probably some other substances that would still let some of the vibration through, or like in school, when they're out there on the rec yard or something, the schoolyard, like, why don't you make them take their shoes off so they know that they need to be grounded in the earth and catch the vibrations? There's proof this shit heals you. There's proof it helps you learn. Like, everything that we act like crazy, think about all the conspiracy theories. Yeah, they're almost all true. Almost all of them done came true. You got some select few ones, just some weirdos. Of course, there's weirdos in every situation. That's what takes a little bit of common sense. That's what the enemy and the people that's trying to downfall us, that's what they thrive in. So y'all don't let them take away your glue, man. It makes us unique and makes us all stay together. But let's be having a conscious more thought about what they're molding and why. Sometimes it's the why of the situation. Another thing I told a lot of girlfriends that I have been with, I amaze myself all the time. As bad as I have low self-esteem, bad body image, whatever, I dealt with a lot of fucked up problems now. But I'll get to feeling helpless and like I literally could do so much shit. Like, y'all really have no idea. It almost makes me want to cry a little bit. Like, all the times I felt so bad, and like, it made me learn more stuff, and I wanted to be more accepted, and like, that still was all good, because like I made me a well-rounded person, like because I was seeking justification through people or whatever, approval, and it caused me to put myself into a whole bunch of uncomfortable places. Let me tell you, comfortable is not where you want to be. Comfortable stagnates you, man. Like, comfortable is where you go to die. You know, God bless America, God bless consumerism and all that. But like, y'all know y'all are working. Like, you go to school from fucking, 3, 4 to 18, 16 regular. And you go to whatever elected school you went or learn a trade, right? Then you stay working that trade, 50 years now. Is that what it is? Like 70 something? 67. It's going up every year, right? You do all that to live. And the responsible thing we're told to do is not have all this world knowledge. That's not our wealth. That's what they're telling us. All this stuff that's passed down to the generation, the shit that honestly means something, doesn't matter. As long as you have a Benz, as long as you have some money to send to your kid, as long as they're productive slaves. And this is the trade-off we're doing. Y'all realize that, right? Like, I understand here with everything in life, chemical crutches, real crutches, I understand that the need. I'll tell you one thing, man. I've always said that I'm cursed with understanding and blessed with it, right? I'm blessed with my ability to see into other people's situations, man, because I've had such a diverse lifestyle, right? Like, I'm blessed to be able to get in there and see it from their point of view. Like, it really helps if I'm at odds with somebody, or if I see somebody I care about, or hell, I mean, like, initiating something, man. That's why I'm such an observant person. Like, any overthinker, any person that's a pleaser, middle child, they're very, 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 on point with watching and paying attention. That's how we live. So y'all pay attention, people. I know I'm rambling. I was actually been battling depression super bad. Bad anxiety, man, to where like it was on a cycle. I watch cycles all the time, and I couldn't place what it was. It kind of was inopportune times. Wasn't like when I had some money or when stuff was going fine. It's kind of just opportune times. Like this weight would just bear me down, man, and not like. I couldn't move. I couldn't function. Like, fuck, I ain't no job. I mean, at this point, y'all just call the people and tell them to come get me. I don't know what to say. Done, bitch. And then there'll be some times where, like, couldn't stop me. Couldn't stop me. Couldn't tell me I couldn't take over the world. Couldn't tell me there's nothing I couldn't do. Like, I have a reason. I have common sense. I know there's a goal. I know there's got to be a plan. I play chess. I take it one further, man. I learned how to play people chess. I'll tell y'all about that one time. Maybe in another video. Anyways, man, I've been in microdosing mushrooms. And, I just had talked to a couple people. Man, my father also. A bad drinker. But he's been saying that, like, I've been more supportive. Like, overall, my attitude's been a lot better. Yeah, I don't get a buzz or nothing, man, and I could go take some fucking Prozac. I could go take one of these other pills others people have. I mean, yes, sir. I don't do that. I microdose. I mean, it's something I've done all my life as far as eating them. So I feel comfortable knowing with it. But in such a small dose over a long period of time, it's amazing, man. I really wish someone would have taught me this. Y'all gonna see me push this, because, like, every person should know this, man. Like, y'all have no idea. I'll holler at y'all another time. Dinner ready.